Dear Diary, what makes a perfect weekend? Is it watching nostalgic movies while baking in the kitchen? A local bookstore crawl with your friends? Is it a double feature movie night with pizza? Maybe reading outside and appreciating early spring? What if we just did it all? And yeah, it's my 25th birthday weekend. So let's settle in on the most cozy, kind of soft gothic, definitely whimsy, cozy weekend while you come on this whimsical ride with me. And my cats. You seriously cannot forget my cats. They will not let you forget them. Good morning, folks. It is Thursday, 7 a.m. And today my best friend and I are going to work our delivery-only coffee shop. We opened last week, and this is week 2 of it. We have 2 orders currently, but sometimes we get them like throughout the day. So I just finished getting ready. We're gonna go pick up Maylee, who is my co-owner, and we're gonna make some awesome coffees today. When I wake up in the morning before I hop in the car to go grab Maylee, I like to start a full pot of coffee, the entire carafe. We go through coffee so quickly, and because we're primarily an iced coffee store, it is nice to have some pre-made that I can just put in the fridge before I get her so that we're not trying to cool down steaming hot coffee. We use the grounds from Blue Copper Coffee, which is a local roastery in Salt Lake City. They roast their beans here in Salt Lake, and truly, they are my favorite coffee beans I have ever tried. So we will forever be using Blue Copper Coffee and making a big old batch for today. I'm on my way to the store before I go pick up Maylee. I am out of cream, and then I need gift bags and some ice. Just some last minute shopping to support us through this shift today. Turning down the Twin Peaks CD that is currently playing in my car because 2 days ago was Twin Peaks Day. It was February 24th. So I have been listening to the CD in my car and rented a set of DVDs from the library to play on my mini DVD player that you'll probably see later. I watched Twin Peaks on Pluto. I think that's the streaming service that had it, and I still need to see season 2 and season 3. But season 1 was so incredible that I am a Lynchian Twin Peaks fan forever. So I'm probably going to introduce that to Maylee when we're making some coffee via my DVD player. Speaking of Maylee, I am in the car, just got the groceries, and we are about to head to Maylee's house. I'm a little early, and that's like one of my things. I'm like chronically early. I will be early to whatever you invite me to because I'm anxious I'll be late. But since I have time, I figured I'd tell you a little bit about me and Maylee. This lighting is crazy right now. So Maylee and I both have POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and HEDS, hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I have fibromyalgia and long COVID in addition, and she has Nutcracker and MCAS in addition, and MALS. So we're both very unemployable. Unfortunately, we're very unemployable. We're not reliable workers. We can't really have set hours. We need to take more time off and random time off than needed. So we decided to start our own coffee business together so that we can have all the accommodations we need. So last week was our opening, and it kind of killed both of us, like flare-up wise. So this week we're gonna try more her staying at home and making orders as they come in, and then me doing more of the driving. So hopefully that works this week. Since we also have time, I want to tell you about the book. I just set off the wipers. I want to tell you guys about the book I just finished. It's called Blood at the Root by Ladarian Williams. I'll put the cover here. Oh my god. I will literally eat up any Magic University book. Truly will eat up any Magic University book. And this takes place in the like Creole South in Alabama and Louisiana. And it is primarily outside of New Orleans at this school called Cayman University. We follow our main character Malik, who it's like a YA kind of book. I think he's 17 or 18, and he has had to repress his magic his entire childhood and his like growing up, and he was kind of orphaned. He thought his mom died, and he didn't have any other family that reached out to him to adopt him after his mom died. So he ends up emancipating himself from the foster system, takes his kind of little brother Tay with him, and they end up in New Orleans with his grandma, Mama Io, and she's a witch. They're all witches. Every single person in this book is basically a witch, except for Tay, but we love Tay anyway. And I love watching Malik find a place that is truly made for him at Cayman University. Cayman University is a university strictly for black magic users. Not like black magic, but like capital B, black magic users. People come from all over the world to study here. There's a couple schools in other countries too, but Cayman is the primary magic university. And I love it. There's so many secrets that he's trying to get through. It's kind of dark academia, except I would definitely call it dark academia, because one of the things that classifies dark academia is you have to make a commentary on academia as a whole and some sort of like stance or like big movement, usually against academia in some sort of a way. And in this book, they definitely do that by kind of showing that how easy propaganda is to put into an education system and create students who just kind of like mindlessly believe whatever teachers tell them, which is really hard because these are our teachers and we're supposed to be able to trust them and learn from them, but they're also able to kind of like feed us whatever they want us to learn. I would call it dark academia in that way. Incredible YA fantasy. Seriously, there are so many critiques of this book. Primarily Malik being a 17-year-old boy. Adult people who are not used to being around 17-year-old boys have kind of distanced themselves and been like, I have never heard a teenage boy talk like that, because he mixes AAVE and standard slang together. Like, of course he would. He's 17. People have also critiqued that Malik does have some misogynistic or transphobic comments or inner commentary throughout the book. Yes, he does. That is true. However, he comments afterwards that he needs to work on changing that mindset of his. So he's having these thoughts and recognizing that they're not productive and they're not necessarily how he should be behaving or thinking. So he calls himself out on it. And I think that's very normal for a 17-year-old, especially a 17-year-old boy who grew up in and out of foster systems and group homes. Like, he didn't really have a way to learn like morality based on all of these things. So being in a university where they're kind of like holding him in check on certain things, or where his friend group is holding him in check, he starts to like change his own mind. If I'm being honest, after I wrote my review, I was looking through other people's reviews on Goodreads, and I found a review actually from a black woman who lives like in the exact area where this is supposed to take place. And she was saying that this is just how the 17-year-old boys talk and think there, and that all of it was extremely accurate from her point of view. And all the people that I saw critiquing a lot of his thing, like mannerisms and that matter, were middle-aged white women who are notorious for thinking their opinion is correct. I'm a white man. My family is white people, so I'm not villainizing middle-aged white women. But if we're looking for a stereotype of people who are going to critique black storytelling and think that they have the definitive opinion, middle-aged white woman might be it. Wow, that was kind of dark. On a different note, I am about to go pick up Maylee. I just got back in my car after the store. I had to pick up more cream because we go through cream very fast. I also got a bag of ice so my roommate stopped complaining that I used the entire ice maker worth of ice. And then I picked up some like gift bags, because a lot of people order like 2, 3, 4, 5 coffees and they're in like fun bottles, so they're not going to spill or anything, and we just like to hand them out in a gift bag so they're not holding just like 5 bottles of coffee. So let's go pick up Maylee and officially open Insomnia Iced Coffee for February 26th. I am popping in a DVD on my portable DVD player that I got from Facebook Marketplace. I always think it's more fun to work with something in the background, and today I had to choose Twilight. It is such a rainy, overcast, kind of snowy day, and I feel like Twilight just captures those overcast vibes so well. Plus, the first Twilight movie actually takes place entirely in March, squarely setting Twilight, the original, as a spring movie, as Catherine Hardwicke would have wanted. Here I am making a dirty vanilla chai iced coffee. This is the drink that I drink nearly every single day, and we basically use about a cup of the blue copper coffee, iced coffee, and then put in a bunch of vanilla chai powder that I made into like a syrup. So we do about a quarter cup of that, and then you can see I'm adding some 2 tablespoons of vanilla syrup. We actually hand make all of the syrups that we offer for our little coffee shop, and I feel like it just tastes so much better because we're not adding preservatives or like unknown chemicals into it like a normal syrup brand probably would, like Tarani or something like that. So by doing that and actually not even buying like standard coffee creamer, just using half and half, we're cutting so many toxins out of our daily coffee, and it still tastes amazing. In my opinion, it tastes so much better than all of the store-bought iced coffee or even like the creamers that you can buy. And our customers really love that as well because they know that they can trust our quality of drink to be something that they are wanting to put in their body, and it tastes amazing. Vanilla chai literally has skyrocketed to my favorite drink of all time, especially a dirty vanilla chai when you can just like have coffee and chai at the same time. The vanilla chai powder we use is actually a brand that I used to use at another coffee shop I worked at. I've worked in different coffee shops for about 5 years. We just finished up our delivery route for the day. We had 3 deliveries today. This is Maylee, my best friend slash co-owner. And we have a bag with all of our goodies and straws. We have a cooler bag that had our drinks. We have some extra water bottles for ourselves. So it was a pretty successful day, and looking forward to going and resting. Because it is my 25th birthday, I have decided that I am going to ice my own cake this year. I watch so many Instagram reels of people decorating cakes in like fun vintage styles, and I have just kind of like gaslit myself into believing that I too could do that. I tried last year, but I only had about like 2 hours to do it before people started coming. So today I decided to do it the day before the party so that if anything goes wrong, I have time to fix it. So I basically just bought a standard store-bought cake. The chocolate is my favorite, and then I made homemade icing and actually kind of made like Franken icing because I had like random icing colors and gel colorants that I found all around the pantry, and just kind of like put everything in to make this really cool like dead blue color that very much matches the Del Toro Frankenstein skin color. We're actually not watching the Del Toro one, we're watching the ones from the 1930s, but you best know I'll be listening to a podcast while I do this, featuring some icing on my hand and an iced coffee. The reveal will be in the next segment, but just know that I did my best, and I am not a professional. Tonight, I am having a couple friends over to my house to have a double Frankenstein feature movie night in celebration of my birthday. My girlfriend Hannah put up all of these streamers and decorations, and I added some Frankenstein like manor ambience to the TV. And honestly, I just think the whole vibe of this place is radiating we're watching a fun Frankenstein movie. So we watched the 1931 original movie with Boris Karloff as Frankenstein, and fun fact, it was actually a pre-Hays Code movie, so you were able to get away with a lot more stuff and a lot more gore and antics because it was pre-Hays Code. We ended up watching The Bride of Frankenstein as the second half of the double feature. That one came out in 1935, starring Ella Lanchester as the bride, and I need her in a million other horror movies, and unfortunately she passed away. But I just know that her character of the bride in this film would have been so good to actually focus on more instead of kind of her just being in the last like maybe 5 minutes of the film. Other than that, I had an incredible time. I love, love, love old cinema, especially black and white cinema, and having all of my friends surrounding me, watching it with me, and just having the best evening ever. Both of them were actually directed by James Whale, too. I did not mention that. But we had pizza. My girlfriend made a beautiful Frankenstein guac dip tray that I'm sure you saw. And we braked and had some of our cake, which the reveal was pretty decent. I did my best on that cake, okay? So Frankenstein is one of my favorites. As I'll mention later, I'm actually writing a Frankenstein retelling novel, so I'm extremely into Frankenstein. Plus, being a film major really helps me get into the classics like this. Every year around my birthday, my mom, girlfriend, and I all go on a local indie bookstore crawl throughout Salt Lake City. It has been such a fun tradition to have every year, especially because I'm someone who doesn't necessarily have the means to go out and shop literally like every week or that kind of thing. So it's really fun to just like have a book shopping spree day funded by my ever generous mother, of course, as it is my birthday gift for the year. And this first stop that we're at is called Legendarium. They are in downtown Salt Lake City around 9th District, kind of, but like more west. And I adore the vibes in here. Everything is like high fantasy, Lord of the Rings kind of themed in here. They have a beautiful fireplace, and I find the best queer fantasy books here. I just adore the atmosphere. After Legendarium, we headed over just a couple blocks to Lovebound Library, which is a romance-only bookstore in Salt Lake City. I have adored this since they opened. Lovebound is seriously so fun and literally adorable. They only stock romance. Like, it has to be a love story or a romance book or it's not in the store, but they have every single niche genre you could ever want. I really like dark romance or like the taboo romance sections, and they literally had like 3 shelves of that, and that was incredible. They have an entire wall of just romantasy novels. It makes me so happy being in there, and I think I ended up buying 2 books from the store, which of course you guys will see later in the haul. The third bookstore we stopped at was Under the Umbrella, which is a queer bookstore in Salt Lake City. It's actually right across the street from where I used to live, but they have incredible book accessories here too, in addition to incredible displays of queer literature. They have little like bookmarks they put in so you can see exactly what kind of queer lit you are reading if you're looking for something specific. But I had such a wonderful time, and I look forward to doing it again next year. Hello, I just got out of the shower and thought we could do a little haul of everything I got over the weekend from our book crawl, and then a couple things that I got as a gift as well. But first, I wanted to talk about something I've been seeing recently. I watched this really good essay video last night, I'll put it up here, about the performativeness of cozy media. And as a cozy content creator, I wanted to kind of like address my feelings on that. One, I do participate in the big production cozy scene where like it's not always an actual like thing that I'm doing. I'm putting on this production for it to be as cozy and beautiful as possible. That is because I have a film degree. I went to film school. I have a degree in production and directing, so obviously I'm going to use those skills to make my cozy content as cozy as possible. Now, there are days when I do come through authentically, and I would say that's probably about 70 to 80% of the time. That is an actual video of something that's actually happening in my life. So I wanted to come to you fresh out of the shower. This is what my hair looks like wet with its product in. I have a nose strip on that I'll probably take off as I film this. I don't use these very often. I hear they're really bad for you, but I have some crazy stuff happening in my nose pores. I'm in my oversized craft t-shirt sitting in front of my reading chair, which I did not pre-set or organize any of this before I sat down. So yeah, I just wanted to come in with a little authenticity in that. I am going to make things as cozy as I possibly can because that's the content I like to consume and that's the content I like to make. But just know that I do represent every single thing that I post online. I do stand by all of that. I do live my life as cozy as possible because I am chronically ill. Speaking of that, my shower that I said I just took, that is my once a week shower. That sounds crazy to the average able-bodied person. I have what is called a port catheter implant in my chest that is a small triangle here that has a catheter attached to it that goes up through my neck and into my heart. That is so that I can take medications intravenously directly into my heart and get me feeling as well as possible. Now, I don't have it accessed right now, which means there's no needle and catheter coming out of my chest like there usually is. I think you can see, you might be able to see the scar from when they surgically implanted that. But I have exactly one 24-hour period a week where I do not have a needle and dressing on my chest because that can't get wet because water and soap would go directly into my heart, and that's really evil and bad. So I get one full body shower a week, and that's just authentically Abe. I do promise that I take some washcloth baths in between that. I have like a removable shower head, so I'm able to like really target specific stinky areas as I need to. Sometimes I wash my hair in the week, depending on how greasy it gets. But because I'm physically disabled, I also don't move and sweat as much as a normal person does. So I inherently need to shower less. But I promise I'm usually clean, but I can only shower one full body shower a week, and I cherish the shower. It takes like 30 to 40 minutes. It's literally the most everything shower you could everything shower, except I'm a dude, so I don't really shave anything. I know that's usually included in everything shower. Anyway, let's get on with this haul. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a note on some authenticity regarding my content. First, let's go through all of the books that I got. So this top book was actually gifted to me by my sister, and that is Bride by Allie Hazelwood. My sister's name is Allie as well. Allie absolutely adored this book, and it was her true obsession. And she gifted it to me so that I could read it and be obsessed with her. She has a history of gifting me books that I said I wouldn't probably read and then end up loving them. That's what we did with the Throne of Glass series. She gifted me the first one, and I was like, I thought I would never read a Sarah J. Maas book. And I ended up loving the Throne of Glass series. So she's hoping that I enjoy Bride by Allie Hazelwood. Now for the books I got during our bookstore crawl. First is The Haunting of William Thorne by Ben Alderson. I love Ben Alderson. I have read probably about 8 of his books, 8 or 9. They're incredible. He's an amazing, amazing queer author with the most beautiful and haunting storylines, and he's an incredible romance author. So when I saw this in stores, and I've been seeing him post about it because it released recently, I have been wanting this as a physical book forever because it is so beautiful. Like, it looks like a classic. I love it. So, Haunting of William Thorne. We have Master of Salt and Bones by Carrie Lake. This one I have never heard of before. I was in a romance bookstore, and I really like dark romance and taboo romances, so I saw this, and I'm also very into beachy aquatic themes, and I'm very excited to try this. I've never read anything by Carrie Lake, but I've already read the first chapter, because I read the first chapter of any book before I buy it to make sure I like it, and I really do. Similar on the dark romance train, we have Her Soul for Revenge by Harley LaRue. This is a special edition version with these beautiful, like, ocean coral sprayed edges. And then the inside paper is beautiful as well and also kind of matches this ocean theme. What I think is really cool about this specific special edition is the book sleeve. If you don't like the special edition cover of the book, which it's my favorite personally, you can open it up and literally it is the original copy, the original cover. You can just rebend it and have the original cover if you want. Who thinks to do that for a special edition? I love that so much. While I will not be utilizing the original cover because I think this new one is so beautiful, but also look underneath. Also, I did not know that this author is a non-binary person, and I really love reading romances that are written by non-binary people. I feel like they're just really good at it. As a man, I think it's really fun reading romance written by other genders besides standard straight women, which y'all write incredible romance. do not think I'm dissing you on this. I just like having a little bit more gender diversity in the authors that I read for romance, especially dark romance. Lastly is another romance book. This one is called Deadly Ever After by Brittany Johnson. Look how gorgeous this cover is. The right kiss will save them, the wrong kiss will kill them. This is a YA romantasy. It might be fantasy. Is it fantasy? It's definitely like medieval fantasy vibes that I'm getting with romance. I love that. Plus, this one's a little bit on the shorter side compared to like the Harley LaRue book, so I'm really gonna like it. Similar to Bookish things, I got this Kindle sleeve. My Kindle is on my like bed tripod stand thing, but it is a gay merman Kindle sleeve cover. Gay merman and pirate romance is literally my favorite genre, probably period, besides gothic romance. They're like gothic and pirate slash mermaid slash merman slash merperson are tied as my favorite genre of all time. Other Bookish accessories I got was this sticker that is like a bookshelf full of like pirate smut books. It says like, seas like it rough, the pirate's beautiful booty, bearding her galleon, sees her fortune. Try to show you. It is so cute, and like I just said, that's my favorite genre, so of course I had to get it. And I also got a washi tape. One of the bookstores has like incredible Bookish accessories with it, so I always grab some when I'm there. This is the Unicorn, I think they're called Unicorn Eclipse. It's one of my favorite stationery brands. Please focus on this gorgeous. And also, but in that brand, I got a bookmark, but it's in a book currently. Heaven and Hell, My Life in the Eagles by Don Felder. My dad and I are buddy reading it because we just saw the Eagles in concert. This is the bookmark. It says, take a break and read a book. I also got a book review sticky note pad. These are my favorite to include in my journals. I love it. This one is from the brand Indigo Maiden. I'm obsessed. It's like a horror movie themed book review sticky pad. I adore it. The only critique is they didn't put a square to write the title of the book that you're reading or the author. I could be missing it, but I don't think I see a place for the title of your book. So I kind of just wrote it in the first line of my thoughts. Next, I need to show you guys some DVDs that my girlfriend got me for my birthday. I have been looking for versions of these DVDs that are affordable for a very long time. She ended up finding really cheap, affordable versions of these on, I forget what website she used, but I'm in shock. We have Lisa Frankenstein, which is in my Letterboxd top 4 of my favorite films of all time. And I Saw the TV Glow, which if I had a 5th slot on my Letterboxd top 4, this would be in it. I am obsessed. I have been searching for these two specific movies for so long. And she found them for an affordable price too. Like under $20 for each. She was asking me, she was like, do you have anything specific that you want for your birthday that no one has like asked to get you or something? And I was like, well, I really enjoy collecting my DVDs, but there's these two that I can't find. So like, I'm not expecting you to get them because I'm not expecting you to find them because I can't find them. And she found both of them. Best girlfriend ever. Okay, let's do a strip reveal. I don't know if my camera is going to be able to pick this up. I'm going to try to show you my strip. We were talking about authenticity. This is authentic. Miscellaneous section, not Bookish related. My little sister got me this bandana. I hope YouTube doesn't flag it. Anyway, this is the bandana. Literally so incredible, so beautiful. The most beautiful like accessory I own. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. This Rocky Horror Picture Show mug. It is so cute. I love it. It has all of the like little sayings of it. It's like, let's see, let's find one. Creature of the night. Whatever happened to Faye Ray? I'm obsessed with Rocky Horror, unshockingly. Next, my best friend's girlfriend actually made these for me. These are a pair of earrings inspired by Twin Peaks because she knows that I love Twin Peaks. So it is a damn good cup of coffee and a piece of cherry pie. I don't know if these are showing correctly, but hopefully they are. They're adorable. I love them. All right, that is the video. I hope you have enjoyed this cozy weekend with me. I had an incredible birthday weekend turning 25, and I am looking forward to an even cozier 25th year if it is possible. Stay tuned. I have some videos planned coming up, one being Write My Novel with Me. I am about 70 to 80 pages into my novel. I actually am 80 pages into 2 novels, but one of them is called An Arabian Escape, I think, and it's like a queer mummy story, like the Brendan Fraser mummy from 1999 with Rachel Weisz. Basically, the character Rick plus this like Italian mobster, and they kiss. It's beautiful. The other one I'm writing, which is what this upcoming video will be, is my Frankenstein retelling called The Gothic Prometheus, and it follows Victor, who is chronically ill, as some interpretations of Victor are. This Victor has POTS because I have POTS. Ah, shock. And he creates the most beautiful and perfect man, and he's just dealing with all of this internal turmoil of like creating life and like playing at God while also kind of falling in love with his creature because he's so ethereal and beautiful. It's really good, but I need to actually sit down and finish it so I can start querying. So this video will be sit down and actually start writing again because I've taken like a month and a half break. So I need to force myself to sit down, and with the video we will continue writing, and it'll be very aesthetic because I cannot force myself to do things unless they are aesthetic. And then I also want to do a video on how I rank books and examples of my book ratings, because I don't necessarily have anything crazy about how I rate, but I rate from the heart, and I have really specific definitions of each one that I'm very excited to share with you. So if you are interested in that, please subscribe and hit the little bell icon so that you can be notified when I post about those. Comment down below some books that you're currently reading and something that you're going to be doing in March that is going to be cozy for you. Catch me on TikTok where I post nearly every day. My username is @ItalianWitchBooks. That'll all be at the end. You can read previews of one of my novels at my Substack down below in the description. My Letterboxd is also down there. I just got Letterboxd Premium for my birthday, so best know the posters be on point for me. But yes, thank you so much for joining me for this cozy weekend, and I will see you in the next one.
100 candles burning, a salty sweat drips on her brow.